You are about to learn how to save money, build a cheap gaming PC that is similar to a PS5.
We are often told what to do, one opinion, another. After effort and research, you are ready to make your decision, and then another barrier comes up. I am going to spend just a short amount of time following a structure of looking at what you want and how best to move forward. Sit back and enjoy. The PS5 is usually easy and obvious. It is a console. You use a controller and usually know what games you like. Some positives are here for you to consider. As with anything, there are usually some bad points. First is budget. If you have a strict budget, you must remember the annual membership fee, the higher price over a PC, and of course, no RGB. A custom gaming PC could be your best choice. Let's explore that option and start a build. I want to see if I can build a gaming PC for less than $300. It needs to play 1080p gaming, have 16GB RAM, at least 1TB SSD like the PS5, 8GB GPU, and some fancy looks. The aim is that you can repeat this build. Just make a little effort. Before you continue, can you list the best parts for this budget? New or used? Take a look at eBay or Facebook Marketplace. Let's move on. Keep up. I ended up with the specification here. Some parts are new and some are used. Prices of some parts like a PSU or SSD are so close to used. There is little point in getting used over new. I managed to find this CPU and GPU and motherboard bundle from Facebook. Here are the rest of the parts. You can skip on to see the parts list, check the description, or sit back and enjoy. If you like what you see, could you leave a like and subscribe? Thanks. Let's put this thing together and see if it works. Time to install the cooler. One thing to remember is to take the label off the cooler. Some people actually forget and end up with insanely high temps. Also dangerous too. Always spend that quality time reading for a moment or two. For those eagle-eyed viewers, don't worry. Thermal paste is to be applied. It doesn't matter too much how you apply thermal paste. Generally a good spread will do. Given that this CPU will not be overclocked, I use the standard paste, not something like the MX5. The cooler has been mounted. The fan will face the direction of the cooler for cool air. The warm air comes out of the back of the cooler and should leave the case or something like that. SSD, now I should have installed it before the cooler. Oh well. These things happen. RAM is next to be installed. Time to mount the board inside the case. Use one of these if you need to screw extra standoffs in the case. It makes life much easier. Make sure you use the right motherboard screws. Some people use PSU screws or storage screws. What is that all about? For my eagle-eyed viewers, again, you may notice there is IO shield. Replacement shield would take too long, but they are available for sale usually on the bay. When I checked the GPU, it was fine. However, I noticed some dust. After a quick clean, I installed it. You should not reapply thermal paste unless you have to. It really can wreck the card. As the parts are very soft, only do it if you are confident and know what you are doing. Now for the PSU. As you can see from this, the true power is 500 for W. This is plenty for this type of build. You can check what power you need over at PC Part Picker. The direction of the PSU when installed inside the case depends. I have the fan facing down so hot air escapes. Make sure you use all 4 screws. A loose PSU can become a piece of. Now for the cables to be installed. Remember to use the right connector for your CPU. The USB 3 header was broken. I did not check that when I bought the board. This usually happens when a seller is rough with the disconnection. It has a clip and should be carefully pressed. I had a USB 3 to USB 2 to fix this. Final cable installs. Always check your motherboard manual for layout. It is different for each setup. Now for the GPU to be gently installed. Screw the screws in tight. You do not want it falling out when it's playing a game. After installing software and chipset drivers, It was time to benchmark the system and check the temps were good. If not, the GPU thermal paste would need to be replaced. Luckily, it was all good. I ran it at 1080p medium and high. Feeling confident, I tried the next level, but that was not a good idea. Oh no. A final quality check. The CPU fan cooler was not on properly. Then I did some cable management. I did save some not lots heat. I also wanted the fancier GB and so got these adapters. This was the final result.